Welcome everyone. In today's video we're going to review a very interesting game between Hikaru Nakamura and Boris Gelfand. This game was played in 2010, I believe, and it is one of the greatest games that Nakamura has played, and this is an Immortal game of the Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura. So let's begin. In this match, Boris Gelfand is 2761 rated, Nakamura is 2708 rated, and it was very interesting, very fascinating, very aggressive game. Boris Gelfand has white pieces and Nakamura has black pieces, so let's begin reviewing this absolutely magnificent game. So Gelfand goes with d4, Nakamura goes with knight f6, c4, and we get into the classic orthodox modern King's Indian position. After knight c3 and bishop g7, Gelfand goes with e4. e4 is very important move in the positions like this, because you need to get and have control of your opponent's center, and also have a little bit of space. After d6, knight f3, castles, and bishop e2 is played. After Nakamura goes e5, castles by Gelfand, knight c6 by Nakamura, and d6 is played by Gelfand. Nakamura goes back, routes his knight, and he decides to go with this route because he thinks that his knight will be more active on this side of the board. Because we have to understand that during the King's Indian, in many of the positions, black goes attacking on the queen side, but in this game we're gonna see reverse. We're gonna see Gelfand attacking on the queen side, as you can see, because he has very important and many pawns on this side of the board, and Nakamura is trying to hunt and get his king. So 92, and now knight 98. So this maneuvering of pieces is very usual during the King's Indian system, and especially when the position is very locked, just like this with these pawns. There is not enough room for improvement for pawns, so players are trying to rotate and change pieces, squares that pieces are on. After b4, f5 is played by Nakamura. Now c5, and the game will be decided whose attack will be faster. As you can see, Gelfand is attacking Nakamura, but we're seeing that it could be because not only pawns but pieces are also involved. So we're gonna see how this will play out. Nakamura goes with knight f6. f3 is played by Gelfand, and now Nakamura blocks the advancement of g-pawn with playing move f4. Gelfand goes with knight c4, and g5 is played by Nakamura. After a4, Nakamura goes knight g6, and Gelfand goes bishop a3. Well, when I first looked at this move, bishop a3, I wasn't very sure why this was a good move, but when I looked at the engine at the time, engine suggested bishop b2 and or knight a5 or maneuvering of the pieces, but Gelfand goes with bishop a3, and the engine really approves this move. It doesn't make any mistake. It isn't any mistake. It's just a normal, very good move. It is like a grandmaster move. You wouldn't see a 1400, 1500 playing bishop a3. It's more reasonable for that level of players to play bishop a2. After rook f7, this move is important because Nakamura can double up. He can use his rook and get and control the file. So this move is very important. Now b5 is played by Gelfand, and d takes c5 is played by Nakamura. And now in this position, Gelfand has very slight advantages. The game is almost equal, and Nakamura starts his attack with move h5. After a5 and g4, Gelfand goes with p6, and you would imagine that Gelfand's attack is on here. But what is Gelfand really threatening? He has pieces here, but he isn't really threatening to gain much of an advantage earlier from this attack. If he maximum he can do is to break through the queen side and achieve advantage or promotion or something like this, or sacrifice of material by Nakamura. But now Nakamura's attack is also on the board. G3 is played and King H1 is played by Gelfand. Bishop F8 is played by Nakamura and D6. So in the position like this, the position is almost equal, but we can see Gelfand attacking Nakamura. So if I were watching this position without the evaluation bar, and when I first saw the position, I thought that, well, Nakamura has attacked, but Gelfand is also attacking. So if I had to imagine what this position's evaluation was, I thought that Gelfand had a slight advantage. After takes, bishop goes back, and now Nakamura goes with knight h4. Rook e1, and now Nakamura, this is the best move, Nakamura takes the pawn on g2. Well, now this is the first big mistake of the game. A very normal move would have been to just king to just take the knight, which has been sacrificed because it doesn't make any difference. And now taking off this pawn was a very big mistake by Gelfand's side, and we can see first brilliant move, which is to take the rook, which is here. So in the position we have to analyze this. If you take the queen, well, you're gonna get mated by this pawn, so that doesn't work. So Gelfand decides to take on e2, on e1. He decides to take the knight, and now after Nakamura still goes g2, king has to take, and rook g7 is played by Nakamura. Gelfand still goes back. You can see that queen is still hanging. After bishop h3, well, you can still imagine after takes what's gonna happen. Well, bishop g2 with same idea is also mate. So we can see that this bishop f1 was played. Bishop f1 was played by Gelfand, and now finally queen moves, but queen moves on d3, which is still covered by this bishop, but you still cannot take because this is mate. So yeah, very interesting. Now Gelfand takes the pawn on e2, and now Nakamura takes this, another queen sacrifice, because if you take, it's still mate. So yeah, after queen takes f1 and queen takes 3, rook c1 is played, Nakamura takes the knight, queen takes, and queen e6 is played by Nakamura, and this game is over. Nakamura wins, the Gelfand resigns. This was absolutely magnificent game. Nakamura sacrificed many things. You can see after this move, Nakamura could have lost the game. Could have played. No, he played a very amazing move, which is taking this. If you take, you're gonna get mated by the pawn. Very good idea by Nakamura here. And after these moves, now Nakamura still, for the second time, hangs his queen. Well, hangs his queen, because after this move, after taking this queen, this is still checkmate. This is also a very good idea by Nakamura. Well, bishop f1 was played by Gelfand. Nakamura still goes for sacrificing his queen, because after you take, you lose this. So very good game between these two players. This was amazing, and this was Immortal, which would what you call a game with a lot of sacrifices by one player. This was the Immortal game of Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you liked my kind of analysis and review of that game. Drop a like, subscribe this video, and check me out on Twitch and Twitter. My Twitter handle is GagaGabuniaChess, and on Twitch you can see me with the same Same your handle and username as on my YouTube. And thank you for watching, guys. Goodbye.